What's the word?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. This is not helping. Connection. 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 Hey guys, I'm AD. Welcome to my channel, and this is my boyfriend Zach. So we're gonna talk about what it's like dating a pagan, in your opinion. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Raise the mic.
It's terrible. It's the worst. Don't do it.
What?
I want 0 out of 10.
Shit.
Got 1 star on Yelp.
But I'm amazing.
Yeah, you are amazing.
I'm like the best tasting food in the world. Yelp,
sure.
remember?
Let's
Yelp?
phrase it that way, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend I didn't say that. So yeah, what do you think about your pagan girlfriend?
Well, luckily, I'm not the kind of person to just judge people by their beliefs, unless they're terrible beliefs.
Agreed. What was your initial thought, like in the beginning, when I told you that I was a pagan? And that I practiced witchcraft.
I just shrugged it off, to be honest. I was like, cool. You know, to be honest, it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but like, you could have been something that was actually problematic. You could have had a habit. There was a lot of people, especially around where we live, they're just like sort of crazy and they just do weird things. Yeah,
being in New York, you do meet a lot of eccentrics.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't like put off by it. I'm not a religious person, obviously. And
it kind of makes it easier too, though, like that you're not a religious person, because if you were someone that was like really, really, really into their religion, there might be a bit of a clash, right?
Yeah, you know, there's people out there who don't like pagans. Yeah, there's people, some Bible thumpers and whatnot. But I mean, I would have that exact same judgment on a pagan person if they're having those same judgments towards a Christian person.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't have any judgments towards anyone, because you are who you are, and if you want to practice whatever you want to practice, that's up to you, just as long as you respect other people and the fact that they have other beliefs. And that's one of the most important things to me, just respecting other people for being different and unique.
Yeah, don't be a dick. Yeah.
Don't be a dick.
Just sum it up. Just say it like that. It's so much more efficient. Yeah, don't be a dick. I mean, and you know, and if a pagan was doing something like that, I honestly wouldn't know what to call them. What's a Bible thumper equivalent for a pagan?
Someone that's like really into Thor and Odin.
Beware the wrath of the gods.
That's not me, by the way.
Just go dancing in a rainstorm and be like, "Where's your God now?"
Did I tell you the story that actually happened to me?
You got struck by lightning?
No, I was like, it was one day when it was like really raining, like, you know, raining or whatever, and I was like, ugh, I really wanted to stop. Thor, make this fucking rain stop, just make it stop. And I was just like talking, you know, and I'm like, Thor, please stop. And you know, Thor is one of those gods where you can't just like make him do things, you know. But then all of a sudden, rain just starts pouring torrentially on me, and I'm just like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. But it's just like one of those things that like happens. Like, is it the gods, or is it just like something that happens?
Science.
It's
Is it the water cycle? I don't know.
But it doesn't normally rain like that in New York, so like you gotta think like, oh shit, like was that actually like, was that me?
I'm not saying it's impossible, but statistically, I mean, what are the odds?
See, that's where we differ.
That's where we draw the lines. I wouldn't call myself fatalistic, but I think we are definitely players on a stage of a bunch of uncontrolled, random coincidences and circumstances that line up. And
yeah, I mean, that happens. We do have coincidences, but there's a thing between like what's a coincidence and what's magic, or what's something that you've manifested from your own being, from your spells, or from something that you've done, from talking to the gods, from anything like that.
And to me, I think it's just the water cycle.
Fine. It is the water cycle for all intensive purposes. It's just what happened. Maybe some of the things that I've taught you that you didn't know before you met me. Like, what were some of those?
Oh god, I know there'd be a pop quiz.
Pop quiz time!
I mean, things that appeal to me more from what I've helped you research stuff like herbalism and whatnot. I can't say I necessarily believe in the full power of necessarily all those things, just because to me, I mean, I hadn't seen evidence that pointed that way. I mean, I'm sure
You
people
haven't used it in that sort of way.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that it doesn't do it, but I'm saying I don't know at the same time.
Yeah.
But I mean, so like, let's see, things that I learned and things that I've learned from you. Talking about how to use a rune, you know, for example, or how they work necessarily. Like, they don't work in such a black and white way sometimes, or learning the what's it called? I remember the nacho bowl.
Oh, geomancy.
Yeah, geomancy.
So reading a geomantic chart, I taught him how to do that.
Yeah, there's like the head, body, and what is it?
It's the head, neck, body, feet.
Yeah, and then like talking about the ones and zero.
He coined the term geomancy nacho bowl, and I'll explain that to you guys in another video when I like kind of go over how to read a geomantic chart. But basically it kind of looks like a nacho bowl, and when I was drawing it out, he was like, oh my god, nachos. So yeah.
I'm motivated a lot by food.
Yes, he is motivated a lot by food.
I do love food a lot. I go about life differently. I have a different philosophy, I have a different mindset. And the thing I learned about you with paganism is that it kind of gives you more insight. It's cool because sometimes you'll go out and you'll just have an observation about your world. Like sometimes you'll see an omen, or like you'll observe a rune somewhere out in life. And either that makes you feel more empowered, or it gives
how
you
it
some
like
more...
will affect my day.
Yeah, and it's sort of like a sense of closure, which I see why is neat to some people. You have to like...
Neat.
Yeah, neat. I say that word a lot. That's neat. Let's see. Did you use a love spell on me before we were together?
Did I use a love spell on you?
I think it's the opposite. I think...
You think you used a love spell on me?
I love spelled her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to counter that.
I think I cast my charisma points on you.
He has powers of his own that he doesn't even know of yet. It's gonna come out one day.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like Neville. My power's gonna come later.
Exactly. No, I did tell a little bit of a story in one of my videos. I think it was my soulmates video about how I had an encounter with a karmic soulmate and how that encounter led me to my boyfriend. So it wasn't necessarily me like putting a spell on anyone, but it was like bringing something towards me, bringing like a positive feeling or person towards me, but also kind of like the fact that I had learned what I wanted, which came from my karmic soulmate. I learned exactly what I wanted, and then I was finally given the gift of getting what I wanted, or getting what I needed initially, not necessarily what I like wanted in the past. And that gift came in the form of my boyfriend. This guy. So yeah, that gift came in the form of my boyfriend, and I finally got what I needed, which was someone that, you know, treated me with the respect and love that I really truly deserved.
See, I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know you had some sort of encounter before me.
I didn't tell you that?
No.
I thought I did.
No.
Secrets.
You're coming along with the ride with us, folks.
I have told you that you are a gift.
Yeah.
From the gods.
Sure.
By the power of the gods. You can't do a British accent.
You can't.
By the power of the gods. Gods. I'm totally gonna get some flack for that.
Oh, jeez.
The power of the gods. Would you be interested in learning a spell or two?
Honestly, I think I'm okay. Yeah. I'm not into it that much, you know? Like, I don't...
You're interested more in, like, theoretically?
I'm more interested in knowing about it, not in practicing it.
Okay, like understanding it?
Yeah. I like knowing, I like understanding and,
Where other people are
knowing
coming from.
religions. Yeah, I was just saying, it's along the same thing about understanding a culture.
But you're not interested in practicing it.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, witchcraft isn't necessarily a religion. It's something that people practice within the religion, but witchcraft is its own separate thing. Like, you can be a pagan and not a witch, or you can be a Wiccan and not a witch, but you can also practice witchcraft. Like, I know of some Christians that practice witchcraft, which are Christian witches, or like, you know, people Critches. We just coined this whole thing, guys, by the way. And I know like people that practice witchcraft that have really no other connection with paganism or Wiccan or anything. They just practice witchcraft. So like, it's not a religion. Witchcraft isn't necessarily a religion. It's just something that people sometimes will do. Like, if you needed it in some way, I mean, technically, like, any sort of incantation that you say or anything that you really, like, want to influence your life, even affirmations are technically considered as spells. People just don't really connect the two. So the question is, would you ever affirm something in your life?
I guess it's just like, I'm very content with how I am now.
Okay.
And my own mindset and my own philosophies.
That's cool.
All I like to do is observe other people's philosophies and mindsets and gain more of understanding about others. To not necessarily try to be like that, but yeah, just knowing about it is enough for me. I don't, sorry. I'm not a stand-up mannequin that you can shape me to any way you want.
Yes, you are. You have to put your head up. You have to keep looking cute. There you go. I think that's it.
That's cute.
On that note, thank you guys for watching. This is my boyfriend's perspective on how things are being with Pagan. Really? Deuces. Bye!
You're like a 50 cent.
Goodbye! Bye! Good night, Sal. Good night. Good night.
So long. Farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen, good night.
Try to be a good person.
Yeah.
A nice person.
For the most part.
Yeah. Yeah. Who do you think's nicer, you or me?
We already know that answer.
We don't have to say it. We can just say
Let's not like say that on camera.
it. Of course, no.